Hello, and welcome back to Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. This should be episode 6, and by the time you're seeing this, it should be Monday at 8 p.m. if I've got my schedules on my videos set properly. So, it has not really been that long since the last episode. I've got the current one uploading right now, so let's get this started. Always love the look of this place.
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command. I am the blade that shapes kings and shatters tyrants.
Oh boy. This effect was not here when last time.
Enough, Merlin. You can't keep throwing lives into this abyss. These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
Destroying us? They're what's keeping us alive. Do you think the Four Dwellers will stop for pity or mercy? Every soul we lose here saves 10 more on the battlefield. You told me to do this. You sanctioned this. And I'm close to getting it right. I know it.
No, we can't justify this. There's no victory worth such a cost.
You know full well, Arthur, that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom. For Avalon, you dream of peace, but without victory, there will be no peace to dream of. The path ahead is brutal, but if we relent now, we lose everything.
And yet we keep losing people and gaining nothing in return. We must change the path.
They volunteered for
They volunteered to save our kingdom, and you've got no closer to doing it. Their sacrifices cannot be in vain, Merlin. Find another way. Use your mind, your wisdom. Leave this slaughterhouse you've created behind.
a different way. That will take time, and resources we may not have. The enemy won't wait.
They will if I make them. Whatever it takes, I will buy you that time. Find me a weapon that wins this war without annihilating what we fight to protect.
Whatever it takes.
Yes. Let it be known that it was my decision, and I will bear the consequences of it.
Oh no, my king. People can never know. It was all my idea, and you knew nothing about it. All of us have our role to play. You are the leader, and they need to love you. If we win, you need to become more than a man. You need to become a symbol.
Subtitles seem to be a little misaligned during that cutscene. Ooh. I like this. Being able to save my myself.
That's a question better suited for Merlin, if... if he was still around. I always thought it was where his druids got drunk and danced naked in the moonlight. He was terribly offended when I said that. Gave me an entire lecture about the delicate balance of life and death, how they are intertwined within nature. That, he claimed, was what the Cromlechs were meant to be. The heart of their power. A place where it could be harnessed and cultivated. Still, he never invited me to any of their celebrations. He always did hate when I was right.
There's supposed to be dialogue on that one.
Now, I remember. Before you judge me, it all seems so obvious now, doesn't it? The right thing to do. It wasn't back then, and you can trust me on that. We were on the brink of losing the war, and wars aren't won with wishful thinking. There was no clean path, no noble answer. Only the weight of reality pressing down on our necks. Something had to be done, or everything we fought for would have been in vain. And in the end, the ones who stepped forward, who chose to pay the price, made it possible. And their deaths gave Merlin the knowledge he needed to finish his work. To find something that could really turn the tide in our favor. I told him to stop the experiments on our men, but to keep going. And he did. He started experimenting on the Four Dwellers, the enemy. If their bodies could be broken down, their power turned against them, wasn't that their own doing? Wasn't that fair? So he figured out how to twist the Four Dwellers' power into something we could wield. I told him to conquer the weirdness, and in the end, he did. He found a way to make me stronger. Stronger than any man had the right to be. It wasn't just magic. It was something deeper, older. A force that reshaped me. And with it, we won. The war ended. Avalon was ours. The bloodshed stopped. The banners were raised, and the kingdom stood safe. That's the question, isn't it? I keep thinking about Seawall. He was ready to pay the ultimate price for what we were fighting for. And I thought he did. I grieved him. Told myself his sacrifice had meaning, that he had given his life for Avalon. And now, after all these years, finding him like this, I told myself I carried the weight of my choices. But seeing him, I wonder if I ever truly did.
You've got that look again. Another piece of the king's soul reclaimed, right? What did it show you this time? the weirdness. The king thought it could save us. I was a prototype for Merlin's latest idea. Immortality. Me and Seawall, the king's loyal pawns. Used and discarded when they found a better way, when they decided to go even deeper into their madness. Seawall was Merlin's first attempt. We could say I was lucky, but to say that would take a truly macabre sense of humor. Even if he didn't, he should have. Every scream, every scar. Fight back. Against who? Merlin? The king? You endure. You wait. That's what I do. You've seen what they did. What he did. Find the pieces of his soul. Put him back together, if that's what it takes. Either way, we will get to his resurrection. But know this. Once he's whole, Arthur's power, his mistakes, and his madness will all return. And when that moment comes, I'll be there. Just remember that when that happens, and you stand by his side, there won't be room for both of you. Start. You've already started. You will need to find another artifact. He was one of the king's finest. A voice of reason amidst the madness. Find the shield. And then, well, we will meet again.
Thought about digging it out with him, but it would just honestly been a straight waste of time. Okay, I think that's a good start. We'll head to the next zone and figure out what we're gonna do from there. So this is where the 0.9 build would have ended, basically. That would have been the end of that. Nothing left to do. So it's just ambient nonsense or whatever. So it's time we finally tackle what's coming next. I think I have some things I should sell. Let's see. I'm never using the sting. Never using this. Never using this. Definitely not. Well, that's a weapon relic, so I don't care. Let's go shove everything into storage. Wait, doesn't this guy sell spells? I can't remember.
Blessing. Is that?
Right, he sells Mother's Embrace, which is kind of crazy. But no, he doesn't sell anything of value. Like, I'm still trying to find that spell that lets you de-summon, but I just haven't really found a, you know, a whole mage to talk with for spells.
Please. Well, well, the famous Bromar. It's like the gods themselves made you for the job. Do you keep bandit? Go try.
Cool. 500 more gold, a lot more XP. Holy moly. Not a level though, but I'll live. Okay, just depositing everything. As usual. I think the quickest route, so I can either go up here or here. The quickest route would probably just go to the ancient cave and travel up here instead of dealing up here. But there is a shrine over here that I could interact with, or a statue with wording and lore on it that'll give me a stat bump or some nonsense or whatever. It'll train something. I just don't remember what it trains. I think it's shield or heavy armor. I can't remember. But every little bit of XP matters, so. Anything here still? Or is it still, yeah, it's a complete total ruins. What are you? Holy moly. I've never seen anything like that. What the fuck? I don't know if I want to mess with that. I think I'd be healthier resting until the sun rises. What the hell? What the hell was that? It wasn't like the spirit of the Del Riata coming to slaughter me for what I did, right? What the hell? That was crazy. One-handed. Yeah, that's good. All right. I could finally progress beyond. Because when I last played, I went really out of bounds. I made it all the way to the snow area by just swimming. Because I had way too much patience and wanted to see if anything would load or if they left anything in. They did not, sadly. Nothing I could have done. Whoa. This place is also kind of fucking huge. Holy moly. Incredible. Okay, so I'm physically over here or something. I don't know. Wow. Happy to be in a new area. I want to know what the hell rocked my shit in earlier. I have to get much stronger. Hello, who are you?
Hmm? Who's there? We're just sitting here. Vran? Ha. You can go. If you know our sister's name, that means you survived meeting her.
Don't bother.
Hey.
Huh? Working hard. But we don't need anything from you.
Impressive.
We're Dalrita. Imagine a Camelotian who's also a deserter. And catching a deserter? We do what any honorable warrior would do with deserters. You could say those vermin owe us a debt. Thanks to us, they're well fed. A Camelot legate. He's decent enough. Aye, there are.
It all seemed innocent at first.
Ha, sure. So when the troops arrived, they were caught completely off guard. Even now, as the Camelotians aim to take the Menhir, the village is torn.
She won't. The god.
Shut your mouth. Anything else? Good.
See no evil. Be that way. Or, yeah. Okay, so he'll be in whatever this main town is. So, I assume this is where the second gameplay loop comes in, where it's the same thing. I'm gonna have to help somebody. Did I miss something? Oh, it's this thing. I saw that bird last time. Huh. This place doesn't actually look too different from what it did when I went out of bounds. But it's nice to see how fleshed out and filled out it is now, because it was barren when I last explored. Oh, another horse.
No one sneaks up on me. I am invincible. I've had worse. You are nothing but a...
interesting. Creature. I like the music out here. Last tree. Looks like they made an attempt to uproot it.
Still here.
What are you poking around here for?
Calm down, Bryn. You'll have to excuse Bryn. Someone has been sabotaging our equipment for the past few weeks. They seem to know perfectly well how to make life difficult for us. And after what happened last time, my people have had enough. The bandits used to come at night, destroy our equipment, and then disappear. Poor sod was just lying there, like a tenderized steak for the whole night.
It turned out that Aedwin wasn't himself anymore.
Yes, he was delirious. Bandits, probably. The workers refused to keep working. Well, there's no denying that not everyone from Kunakt is happy about what we're doing here. I can understand them, in a way. We made them destroy their own land.
They should just give up.
Bryn, calm down, please. It's for their own good.
And we have our orders. We have to catch those scumbags.
Something needs to be done, that's for sure. So, if you want to earn some money, we could use your help. They're familiar with the area. They mentioned a cave. So, what'll it be? That's good to hear. If you discover anything, come back to me, eh?
I'll mess with that later. I want to prioritize getting up here first. Unless the cave is literally like right up there. I don't know. I don't really care at the moment. What's that? So, but what is that? Okay, so I can get up there. Okay. Should be a warp stone somewhere around here. Woo!
Don't even say that. Someone comes, lights them in here, and then dies on Hall Watch?
He's waking up. Welcome back to the land of the living, our hero.
Help him up, Ansem.
Welcome to my home. Quite a scene unfolded at the Menhir, with you at the heart of it. What was it that made the Menhir react to you? I see. You have a habit of not taking things seriously, don't you? Come now. You must have a theory. The local Menhir here have been rather lifeless for quite some time. Then you come along, breathe life into what was dead, and, whether you meant to or not, alter the course of our history. Tell me, do you know what this Menhir represents? So they say. The Menhirs were raised by Merlin to ward off the ancient mists that burst monsters beyond human comprehension. But none of this matters in our current situation. Here, the Menhir represents something more. For some, it's a symbol of freedom and independence. Strength, if you will. It shows that the people of Quarnoct, my subjects, can face any challenge, and for others, like our guest from Camelot, whom I'm sure you've seen, it's a symbol of power, and power that has been granted can be taken away. Palamity's shield, you say? That shield rests beneath the Menhir. I don't mind if you look at it, touch it, whatever you need. Just don't take it, and you'll probably just as attached to your head.
Oh, okay.
I want you to speak with Dinho, and try to calm him down. He's the commander of Camelot's forces stationed in Quarnoct, and, as you probably imagine, your presence here didn't exactly make his job easier. With the Menhir active again, everything could change. I'm well aware. And now we're also facing an outbreak of the Red Death. But with the Menhir reignited, the people of Quarnoct will be even less willing to give up and go to Camelot. And bloodshed is something neither we nor the capital want. I don't know, to be honest. I understand the people who don't want to abandon their homeland, and I understand the knights, who must face a long-lost terror and find a solution to an impossible problem. Believe me, being a lord in times like these is a heavy burden. If you need anything, speak to Ansem.
Apocalypticists. Interesting.
I should stay out of trouble. You startled me. Ah, a new face. I am Anselm. Be well.
So, you're saying I can take the shield and maybe even use it, right?
Oi, you there, sleeping, feeling better now? Good. Tell me, did you get to see our lord? Sorry, stranger. I meant no offense. Truth is, I was hoping that, with what happened at the Menhir and all, you might have Lord Yvain's ear. And maybe you'd be kind enough to whisper a thing or two into it on my behalf. Camelot shut down my inn, and last I checked, Yvain's still our lord. I thank you, stranger. Damn bastards come in here acting like they own all of Connacht. I'll wait here for you.
I'll tackle these side quests in a minute. I want to run around a little bit and look around, grab quests, see if I can steal this shield, see what the consequences are, yada yada. Fight my way out of a city if I have to for the sake of the shield. Ooh, it's an underground area. I'll check on that later. Is there a shop here? This looks like a town square.
This is my shield, but there's no part of my soul inside. We need to look somewhere else. But I can feel the missing part. Close. Maybe it's the men here. Maybe it needs something from us.
Is that what the whole underground thing is about? Nope. Just brings me down here. Yes. Fair enough, I suppose.
If you're here to chat, you've wasted a trip. Well, are you standing there for a reason? Jobs. Check the notice board outside. Can you read? I don't know where all that eagerness comes from, but I'm starting to think if I had 10 of you, my job would be a whole lot easier. And as it happens, I might have something for you. It seems that over the past few weeks, some of our supplies have been going missing. Just small amounts, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice at first. Someone's been stealing the Legion supplies, and I won't stand for it. I thought I did. One of the lads, Percy, volunteered to guard the supplies. The next day, Percy was gone, and with him, even more of the supplies. The problem is, the thefts haven't stopped. In the storefront nearby. Maybe you'll find something. At first, it was mostly just food, but not only did the traps turn up empty, the next time I checked, a hammer, a saw, and a couple of knives were missing too. I don't know about you, but I've never heard of a rat that can chew through iron.
Given the shit that's around here, I mean, woo. I'm seeing a notice board though, ma'am, so... Whatever. Oh, here it is. Hello? Hello?
Thanks for the interest, but I'm not taking commissions anymore. Frescoes, sculptures, sometimes paintings. Go on in, if you've got time to spare, and nothing better to do. Thanks for the visit.
I want to go find that blacksmith, see what's new here. Because I assume a whole new area is going to have a whole new, like, store of new items and equipment to find. Figure out where this freakazoid is. Oh, I see.
If nobody's working the anvil, then it means the forge is closed. A woman happened. He was chasing after some girl he thought the world of. One time he went to see her and didn't come back for 2 days. He was all the way on the outskirts of Kurnacht. Afterwards, he seemed to be getting better. I could see that he was starting to struggle with swinging the hammer. Now he just lies there, barely breathing. I told him that it's no use chasing after a girl. Stupid kid. He didn't want to tell me what actually happened, but I know that youngsters in love used to visit this one cave with a spring. Maybe they went there and were attacked by weird beasts or something. I don't know. I only cared that Beor was alive.
Get that finagled. Let's see. Blade in the Shadows. Oh, yeah, this is the jackass. I need to cut his fucking hands off. I remember now. Change of Heart. Again, this stupid Silent Cilia quest keeps showing up. Tightening the screws. Sure, it'll be... I'm sure there were plenty of other quests in the other area that I could have nabbed. I just don't know how much I completely, fully, utterly, and honestly care. Ooh, whose place is this? Ah, this is the warehouse. I might as well enter here. And immediately pull out my sword. Never mind. Okay, sorry, my control key was being weird. There's something I'm missing? I'm not sure I understand what she wants from me. Sorry. Can't just say investigate the warehouse and with no... I mean, like, I don't know what I'm looking for, you know? Like, yeah, I have zero clue what you want from me in there. Sorry. I don't have enough details to go off, so... Let's go back up and deal with this guy. So I can head back to the other dude and hopefully get a bunch of gold. I'm expecting at least 4 digits. He said shower me in gold, so... I went up that way faster than going down it. Felt like it was longer going down.
Always a pleasure to see you. How can I... Oh no. Are you one of those people that... I'm sorry, but I don't share... Dangerous? Those all... Wait, I never thought. Who in their right mind would use those to make actual... Now that you say it, when those merchants from Timberwall came asking for more of Arden's work, I should have realized something was off. Oh, mother, help me. I let it happen. I never stopped to think how serious it might all become. I should have thought of it then. Should have seen the risk. Go inside. Speak with my son if you want.
My father let you in? I don't get visitors. You must be important. What could you possibly... Dangerous? How could writing about armorsmithing be dangerous? I don't understand. I'm not telling anyone to go into battle with the things I make. It's no different than a chronicler writing about wars or knights. My books, they're meant to show how beautiful armorsmithing is. But that doesn't make sense. I'm just someone who loves writing about the craft. Why would anyone take my words over the words of someone who's been working metal their whole life? I thought they'd see it for what it is. Just the way I understand things. But I never said I was a master. It doesn't make sense to put so much faith in someone who's still learning. I hear what you say, but it doesn't seem fair. I just wanted to share my ideas. That would be practical. Yes, that might solve the problem. Please, tell my father to contact my publisher.
For a different run, I probably would have just sniped him across the room.
So? He sure is. Only shame is, he can't seem to leave that cursed basement. Sometimes I wondered if I did something wrong. But his mother, may the All-Mother shine upon her soul, so I love him, and I support him with all my heart. Arden, in the service of the Horns of the South? Although, if they'd let him have a forge and a mentor, that's something to think about. That could be a solution. There are days he doesn't say a single word to his own father. It can be exhausting sometimes.
Wait, where's the fucking warp stone here, dude? Like, what the hell? I've been meandering about my ass looking for a way to get home and people to buy stuff from, which I've now located.
Give me goodies.
Why don't you talk, asshole? What's your problem? This must be an inn. Yep, there it is. Grr.
You doing okay?
You sell food. You must be a potion smith.
One day, a friend of mine asked me if her new dress looked good, and she was tickled pink. Now, let's get down to business.
Fuck. Meteorite throwing knife. Oh, this guy sells boats. Oh. This guy just sells a bunch of throwing stuff.
You're not here to talk about the men here, are you? Oh, there are far more exciting things to chat about. I'm Bonksy, by the way. Oh, all different kinds. Really?
Wow. That's pretty cool. Ooh. This is valuable. In fact, I will take that now while I'm ahead. Oh, I leveled up too. Cool.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Okay. Oh, that gave me a skill tree point instead of an attribute. That's fine. I can still live with that. Okay, that's really valuable. Let's see. I'll put a point into there. 20% bump is pretty crazy. I've kind of been worrying less and less about casting as time is going on. That's fine. Let's see. Did I accidentally bump practicality? I have been bumping practicality, not perception. Oops. That's fine. Frankly, it's not even that big of a deal, actually. I don't need to do an attribute reset just because of that, because the bonus will be nice, so just means I wasn't paying attention, but it's okay.
I wasn't expecting elixirs, powders, ointments, and all of it made by my own hand. Yes, my elixirs. Anyway.
Oh, this guy's got some crazy fucking armor. Fully inhibits mana regen. Interesting. Ooh, I kind of like this Druid's Bane set. I'm gonna be so honest. This is kind of crazy. This could be the next armor set I swap to. Because all that spirituality, though. Damn. Tense, though. Look at that. Things are selling for much more now. Thank God. Oh. Oh, yay. I can... Oh, my God. I can actually start selling stolen goods. Thank the Lord. Yay! Will I ever use this? Definitely not. I'll hold on to all these and once I get to weapon nonsense. Alright, we're back. Sorry. I forgot to pause.
Hello there. Ah, but where are my manners?
Red Shield Commander's armor. Shed new lights on events. Literally. Quest item. I'll only have one of these out of curiosity. Why you stance like that, bro? What's wrong with you? Freak. Let's traverse all the way back here. Maybe I will give up the spellcasting and just go raw into pure melee.
Oh, well, that changes things. I still think he shouldn't be writing about something as serious as armor smithing. Does he now? I once had an apprentice who also saw the world differently.
What is happening? This
Yeah,
IK
very
movement.
focused, talented lad. And then one day he just vanished.
Cool. I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and chuck that. Let's find our baselines. So I need at least 8 strength, 2 dex, 7 endurance. Okay. 8 strength, 2 dex, 7 endurance. Because, let's be real, I've not been bothering with spellcasting that much in the grand scheme of things, so. So, good. We can utilize everything we've got. So now I need 10 strength and 3 perception. And we'll put the last point into endurance. Okay, so I put a point into there. I put a point into there. Let's see. I had a point there. I know I nabbed that. Don't care about this anymore. Uninterested. Definitely you. I had all 3 of those popped. Grab this. Grab that. I'll pop that now. Toughened by pain will be valuable. This will be valuable too, since I run heavy armor. Okay. Now we are in a much stronger, healthier state. I can now utilize this monster of an axe. That'll vaporize people. So I thought... Okay, for some reason I thought Chromatic Aberration turned itself on. Thank God it did not. Okay, let's manifest back here. I want that anti-mage armor, but all that spirituality is going to be the death of me to get that. But it'll look cool, which is the big thing. That's what I really want from it. And it'll be a nice, different design.
You doing okay?
Well.
Like, look at this. I mean, dealing damage to enemies that use magic fully restores 50% of it as mana. Magic damage restores all of your dashes. 30% stamina. Increase a mana shield. So it's like... And I think it's heavy armor too. Yeah, it's definitely heavy armor. But the spirituality cost of it's going to be so massive. Not to mention the, well, cost of it. It's also going to be a pain in the ass. I don't know if I have that level of commitment to that stat. Maybe there'll be something else I can find down the line. Oh well. Alright. Through the cracks. Marrow gas shells. Alright, let's go traverse over here.
You look like you're enjoying yourself.
Yes. For that, what are you? Oh, this is for housing, isn't it? 50,000 coins.
I didn't mean to. I'm really.
I promise.
You're fine, bro. Chill the fuck out. What is this? Pretty. Don't walk towards me, freak.
You're here.
Bear claw, wolf pelt, maragash shell, croquemole skin. Okay. I'm sure I'll get my hands on those at some point later. Where's this cave? All the way over there. So I can traverse up this bridge to my right. Yep. Ooh, warpstone. And a cow. With a question mark above it. Hello? Why do you have a marker above your head? Oh, I guess they all do. Very strange.
Another one? Which ones do you want to hear about? Or the Red Priest knocking on everyone's door? We already had enough problems. Ha! Welcome in, you say? Like old Norm's woodshed? They say it's all fair because no one got compensated. Why? Huh. Maybe you do. But I don't trust folks who offer things for free. We may not have much, but we're honest folk. And remember, pumpkin seeds. Ask my husband, though. Try.
Well, if you want to buy eggs, go talk to the missus. Well, that's your loss. You won't get that from your regular eggs. Pumpkins, you say? Well, see, with most crops, you plant them in the weirdness, and maybe they turn out alright, or maybe they turn out weird-touched. But pumpkins, all the weirdness loves them. If you're lucky, they'll just grow really big and... Alright then.
Ooh. Stat point, or training. Yippee!
What a nice day. Hey there, traveler. Better not go much further tonight. Sure thing. I've got fire arrows. I can part with some for a few coins.
What else you got on you? Huh.
And miss all the action? No way. Plus, I get to be on the front lines if anything happens. Take care.
Ooh. I'm glad you're having fun. Haunted well? Maybe I shouldn't have just casually pressed E on it, but whatever. Oof. I guess I did. I guess I did just kind of leap in here. We're at reckless abandon. What the fuck? Fuck, dude. an absurd amount of damage. What an absurd creature too. What did he drop? Ornate belt buckle. Okay. No clue who that's for, but alright. Can't break that. Okay. Alright. That was interesting. Sure. Whatever. Oh, you get a single hit into that. Fair enough. We've got a glow around you. I knew you had a glow, but I didn't know you had a mist around you. That's what I meant to say. Get up. What the fuck is that? What in God's name are you? What could I have done to warrant combat with such a fierce being? Where am I? How far did I go? Oh, I see. If I have to, I'll lead you to the guard. Woo! What the hell? Good lord. Is that in my bestiary at all? No, I'd have to kill it to learn what it is. Holy shit. What a fierce thing.
Sometimes it's good to just sit and think.
When was the last load? Okay. Damn. What the hell? What in God's name are you? Holy fucking moly. equipped for something like that. What could that possibly be? Dear Lord. What a terrifying thing.
You doing okay? Take care now.
You can't block that. This damage. The Red Death set anyway. Oh! It's a faded Dual Knight. Or vaguely. Never mind. The helmet, though. Oh, look at that sword. That's a pretty sick sword. Requires a lot more stats than I have, though. Oh, wow, this shit's even stronger. I don't really care. I'm scared to step out of here. After seeing that guy, holy moly. Fucking hell. What is that? What is that? I'll have to figure that out later. I think it would be wise. Poison Knight Gladius. Poison Knight's Greatsword. Holy moly, that's a lot of damage. Fascinating. Rest till the sun comes up. I just don't want to take the risk of fighting fucking God of Destruction. think landing a charged heavy attack is the first hit on any full health enemy is the right play. There's a bunch of these guys. No, yeah, I did see movement. Place is teeming to the brim with the infected. Come on. Get it out of your systems. Why am I fighting Sir Reynard?
I see fear in your eyes. You're nothing but a peasant. Your armor won't save you.
Oh, he must have been one of the, It must have been a bounty enemy or something. I don't remember. There's something to do with Renard. I just don't remember. Duelist Blade. 9 dex, 4 perception. Pretty crazy. Nimble Shroud. So it's only the headpiece that actually had anything vaguely interesting surrounding it. Fair enough. Red Death Greatsword. Pretty intense. He's just running with a war pick and a duelist blade. Fair. I mean, that shit was shredding me pretty damn hard, so... I don't know if it crit or not at the last minute there, but it hurt. I mean, this armor and weapon are still holding up quite nicely at the end of the day, so... Fighting my way through all this nonsense. What more could I possibly need for now? Push strength further, I guess. Of course, I'd be overweight. $400 gold, 250, 250. 200. Well, a lot of this would sell really well. 1,500 gold from that. I need to start upgrading my practicality. I'll drop these two for now. Yep. I should. Is there a warp nearby? Oh, I could just beeline it back to the city and mass sell, I suppose. Alright, we'll do that. Then we can run all the way back up here. Oof. So while I'm doing that, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, making my way back to the castle. I'm gonna rummage around, find the things I've picked them up so I can sell them again later. I don't know how much of this place I'm going to be fighting all the way through, but it's tempting nonetheless. Just want to drop stuff in here. Come on, bro. Did I drop it in here? $96. Okay. One skill point and one attribute point for only 10 HP loss? That's pretty damn good. These motherfuckers hit hard. Interesting. Hmm. Really, it would be wise to head back again, sell everything. So let me go do that. Hello, I'm back. Do you see that thing moving in the distance? What is that? Huh. Alright, I've returned. Some of the enemies up front have started respawning, so I want to get through this a little bit quicker. And again, I don't really know what I'm fighting towards, so maybe whatever this is? But if I continue this way, I'm only getting deeper into whatever the hell else is over there, but the thing I really want is to get my hands on... can I pray to this again? Damn. Okay. I would be honestly all for sacrificing a bunch of HP. Whatever. So I would have gone and picked up those shields, but I don't want to have to do yet a whole nother run back, so... I want to see if I can find a warp stone somewhere. Any reason to come up here? Or is this just a dead end? Oh, well... Woo! Oh, that's good to know. I can cheese fall damage. Okay, is this out of bounds stuff? Technically, no. I'm just below a certain gate. I see. Interesting. Well, that's what it is. Exploration, figuring out stuff. There it is again. What is that? I mean, I kind of know what it is, but what is its purpose here? Gargoyle up there. Fascinating. Seems like it patrols the area. Okay, let's start heading back down then. Oof. What is that? Potatoes. Let's make our way back. And I think we'll do this change of heart quest and then call it there. Lots of fighting, lots of exploration. Lots of money. I'm at 11,000 gold now, which is awesome. I might start dumping a couple points into practicality. Because I think I've got a rather healthy stat spread for the time being. My damage is good. It's the tankiness that I'm concerned with. So maybe spiking up the amount of money I earn from selling things as well as my endurance would not be a bad idea. I mean, that's also why I have a shield, so...
Nice to see you.
Thanks. Let's go shove some stuff into storage. I'm starting to run out of food. Alright, let's start making our way over and figuring out what it is we need to do.
There's nothing. Gold, the true. Look around you. We're not here. And the real lord, the four-armed king, is
Four-armed
lost
king.
forever. It's just greedy. There is no king. Sagramore wanted too much. And Vayne, nothing. I've seen his cursed kingdom. I've seen it haunt my endless nightmares. A kingdom now forgotten by all. An aberration that should never have existed. I saw it. Sagramore! 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 Present, always uncertain. Kunark is as is Yvain's.
So is that the name of the four-armed beast, that thing that scared the shit out of me? Sagramore?
Oi, you. You're new here, aren't you? Ah, no, sorry. Just us and the locals and, well... Do they? Then maybe we're all just sick of looking at each other. But it's not like I want to be here either. Yeah, about birthing and labour and whatnot.
But that Del Rita wench chased me out of her book.
I know, right? Anyway, Vrel seemed... Well, could you? Please, I'll pay you back.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, thank...
Del Riata. Sure. Wait, is that... Uh-oh, I think that's the, I think that's that specific woman's sister, the one who was at the, place that was slaughtered. Uh-oh. My actions seem to have consequences. Who would have thought?
Oh, forgive the mess. Well, it looks like the tavern is closed until further notice. Farewell.
Welcome to Vrel's bookshop. Aye. Look. Aye. So, if you have a joke to tell, don't bother. Perhaps it is. Hearing the same crude comments over and over again. Then there are the braver ones who tell me I'm not welcome here. They all have more in common than they think. Oh, expecting a wee one? Congratulations. Wise of you to prepare yourselves, speaking of which. So, is that so? Oh, is it now? Oh, that's precious. He came in and tried to seduce me. Uh-huh. Books, sure. When I told him I wasn't interested, he got all pissed off and tell you what, I'll sell you that book. But fair warning. Ha!
Found health potion. Just a bunch of random books. What the fuck? Weird. Okay. Sorry, I had to go take care of something.
You doing okay?
No. Jorking it.
Hi. What? That bitch! Thank you for the warning. Here's your money.
Pays to be honest, sometimes. I don't really care. I slaughtered off the Del Riata, so I mean, like, what kind of loyalty do I have at the end of the day? Oh, is this for that belt buckle? It is.
Ah, you've really caused a stir around here with that spectacle in front of the Menhir. You appear out of nowhere and... Firstly, because now I have to write yet another report to Camelot that we're going to be late. Secondly, you've somehow reignited the Menhir.
And before you ask why it's dangerous, take a look around town. But you should be thankful to them. You can go tell Murig that your presence doesn't change anything about our deal. And if he doesn't listen... Who told you that? I've never paid a single gold coin to any Dalriata for... However, you see, it's hard to keep the men's morale up in these uncertain times. Still, this is the military. So if you do take care of the deserters, you can... Me? There's not much I can do right now. But if someone were willing to handle them in whatever way they saw fit, as long as they stop being a threat to my men and the people here, but all this should... Excellent. Isn't it obvious? For the safety of all the residents of Avalon. Avalon's population has significantly declined over recent years. Only Camelot possesses the necessary infrastructure to establish the right conditions for its people. If they remain here, they will die, either from the weirdness itself or from the horde of monsters it spawns. And there aren't enough soldiers here for their protection. You must know that I didn't come here just to obey orders. I truly believe that this is the only way to save everyone on Avalon. Then at the very least, we'll have bought some time for those wiser than us to think of an alternative solution. Perhaps we will invade Tuathon, like in the glorious old days? I don't know. Scattering our people across the island is the worst solution. Murig, who apparently prefers to be called Maggot, is a druid. Due to bad luck, or more accurately, the decisions of my superiors, that's why I'm forced to work with Murig but I'm no fool. I know that what happened in front of the Menhir might make Murig consider double-crossing us. He'll try to find a way to reignite the Menhir, so if you ever find out what he's planning, if he ever asks you to fetch something for his ritual, you make sure you come to me first. I'll await your...
Talk about this druid as if he's somewhere around.
Open up, Fergus.
Get lost!
Stop whining and open up! I've had enough of this lunatic. What do you... Then go be curious somewhere else. Open up, Fergus!
Not a chance!
No, you could not, because it isn't your job. Denham ordered us to investigate, but... Come on, Fergus! I don't have all day!
I don't care!
We're soldiers. We follow orders. Fergus!
Weirdness take you!
Collapse on that later. So there's someone here that needs, I guess, peace of mind. What the hell is everybody? Hello?
Come on. We can't sell Daisy. We're gonna need her.
What we're going to need is money. And she'll fetch a good price.
We still need to move somehow, don't we? She could pull the cart.
We have Clover for that. Look, I know how much this horse means to you, but I've already talked to Dinholm. He's willing to pay a lot of gold for her.
But what if we...
No, Gil. Enough. We're selling her, and that's that.
I hope that Camelotian knows what... Have a nice...
If you're interested in buying a horse, look somewhere else. Yeah, they're doing their job. We've got time to think. If it gets worse, I just hope we'll have something worth bringing with. Be careful now.
Okay.
Are you looking to buy the mill? It needs work. Oh, my father owned the mill once. As for me, I died as the miller's daughter. The truth is, I don't remember my name. It was stupid. The problem was, not a single word he said was ever true. That ridiculous rumor made its way to King Sagramore.
Sagramore, that name.
What do you think happened? I sat in that cell, choking on the stench of rotting straw. By morning, my throat was dry as parchment and full of dust. I remember shaking all the way to the block. I don't know. It was like looking through a veil. Every beam and plank so familiar. He hanged himself. I visited him. I overheard someone say it must have been the guilt of my death gnawing at him. He wouldn't have felt a shred of guilt if I... First of all, he wasn't a king. He was a small, jittery man. I wonder, did he too lose his head for claiming to be something he was not? Help? Why would I need help? I can watch the mice in the corner all day, but it's kind of you to ask. It was beautiful, actually. The whitewashed walls made the town glow. It looks a bit frightening, but it always felt warm. I'm not sure. Through the cracks in the walls, I watched the seasons change. The mill, the seasons. Now everything is so still. Come by again.
Okay. That's an experience. I'm glad I went in here. But it still doesn't, like, I'm still, you know, looking around for whoever the fuck I need to talk to.
Oh, you need something? Welcome to my corner of misery, traveler. Whatever brings you here. The weirdness is coming closer every day. But now, even if you're trying to get out, the soldiers set up a checkpoint at the gate leading to the main road to Camelot. I don't know. Wherever you go, the thicker the weirdness gets. 3 Camelotian soldiers disappeared last week, but I saw what was left of their gear. I hunted in those woods for 40 years. But the truth is, I've got nothing worth protecting. Worried. Lost my wife to the fever. The world's been ended for me for years. So I drink. Rah!
Fair enough, man. So drunk he doesn't care what's being stolen, I guess. Let's check what's going on back here.
My, were I a touch younger, I'd... As you should be. I didn't make it easy for Reginald to win me over. It flattered me that one does nothing. Every marriage has its ups and downs. I had hoped for a little peace at the end of the road. I know I don't have much time left, but... It is hard. We have a son in Burrow, but Reginald said no. Take care out.
Eyes forward, and mind your step. Whatever you've got to... Good. Mora's always been a worrywart. Everything'll be fine. Reese and Ida are staying. Huh.
Okay, so it's not these people.
Just pat.
Who the fuck do I give this belt buckle to, man? What the hell? Also, where did these two go? They weren't here at all. Or I guess one of them's now magically here.
We've had eggs, so...
Hey, but where is your husband? I think that's the real question. I simply just cannot figure out what I'm supposed to be looking for. Maybe the soldier? Is that why he's posted up here? Waiting for someone to come back?
What a nice day.
No.
Take care.
So who is it? Who is looking for their brother? He's just gone. I don't understand. If anybody knows something, please let me know in the comments. I am at a loss. There's always seems like there's just something that's barely out of reach every time in this game, and I just can't piece together what I'm doing wrong here and there, so whatever. We'll go do this other thing. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what they're looking for. I don't understand. So, I don't care. Whatever. Let's find this cave. That's where I came out of. There's some drowned over there. That is an interesting structure. I will have to investigate that next episode.
We may be in for a fight.
You'll
fortress. 'Tis but a scratch. I see fear in your eyes.
You would be wrong. There's no fear in my eyes whatsoever. Great sword does an obscene amount of damage. Weird touched peasants. Not a fan of those sounds. Talk. Guess we're gonna go over the 2-hour mark in about 6 minutes. But save while I'm here.
Oh, my beloved.
The Ram of Naoda. Oh, it's a great spear. That sucks. This is not the run for two-handing, unfortunately. I mean, technically it could be. I have the strength for two-handing quite a few things.
Bayor. Is that... Don't worry. Now we can forget all about it. Because you come closer. Hug me. I want to feel the warmth of your body.
I'm gonna hit this thing so fucking hard. Music goes kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Freaky ass thing. What is this? Oh, waterfall. Duh. Tee. Let's get the hell out of here. Interested that it didn't attempt to try and trick me, I suppose. But it is what it is. $26. I'll get some decent money. We'll place it outside. Then we'll go turn this quest in, and I think we'll call it there. Go make some food. Then maybe record another episode. We'll see. Let's bump up practicality. And further push up the amount we can sell things. Doing some of this would be quite valuable too. Stuff in the storage if I have anything to store. That is.
Nice to see you.
Not really. Not enough to feel like it's worth.
If it's
Is it basket? Nah, I don't care. Sitting on 12,861 gold. Quite nice. I'm getting close to breaching the 13k barrier, which will be very nice. Oh. Yep, I was about to say I should survive that just fine. I'm more than happy to take the fall damage, because I think it gives me a bunch of agility. Or it gives me a chunk of agility based off of it, so.
Really? Peor? What? What happened? That's right. And what did I always tell you about chasing after women, huh? You're lucky this one showed up. Better take this to your grave if you don't want to become a laughingstock. You're so smart. Well, get up now, whelp. You can take it easy today, but tomorrow you're back in the forge first thing in the morning.
I'm sorry.
And you, thank you. Finally, if you ever need a smith.
Well, I want to see what he's got before I head off.
Oh, hello. Do you need something? It all began innocently, and so he sent messengers to Camelot, and it worked. Then we'd load of bull Denholm. It seems like, and now I can't believe this. Do you still have the letter? My Katrin, a boy. My little boy. I always wanted a son. I thank you. If everyone here were as brave as you, here, take this. Why, years ago, if any...
20. Wow, 20 HP? Fuck it. So, despite being a smith, you just have fucking nothing for me to sell, like to buy or whatever? I'm doing a full...
You found her, didn't you? And came out alive. I'm not sure. She was a monster, as you know. I can't... Oh, and I didn't have a chance. You risked your life for... Got something for me to... I remember following her to that cursed place. I felt a great pain. I managed to get away each morning after that. He seems stern, but he's a good, hard-working man. I'm forging a new heart. It's easier for me to grow impatient and angry. So far, all my attempts have failed. None of those hearts had the spark a forged replacement ought to have. There's a legend about the Stone Wardens. Sadly, I don't know much more than that. Dalriata Master Blacksmiths. They have their methods. Well, since the Stone Wardens are all Dalriata, a Dalriata selling books. I was planning to ask her about the legends. Thank you.
Ogre's Grip. Oh, this is just the stronger version of that sword. Oh my god, this is like double the fucking damage. Flame Guard would be pretty crazy. Titan's armor would also be actually really strong. Haymaker. Oh, this looks like great unarmored. Or unarmed armor. Pretty crazy. I'm almost tempted to grab this. Almost. But I value my shields too much. It'd be nice to have a new shield. Plus the damage I'm dishing out on parry is not really that great in the grand scheme of things. I think I need one more point of endurance too. I'll nab this. I think it's worth. It's not like I'm a two-handed build though. I gain more damage when I have shields. Whatever. Ooh, I like how that looks. How does this look? I mean, it's there. I'm wondering if there's more to the Titan set.
What do you need? Mine?
Ah, deck set. Yeah, so I wouldn't even be able to use this in the grand scheme of things, so whatever. It would be a waste of time. Unfortunate. So to also take meteorite. Everything do you take fucking meteorite. Damn.
Good.
Goodbye, duelist shield.
You're just... It hasn't been easy for him. You've seen what they did to the trees near Kunakt, even before I got... sick. The men here in Kunakt is dying. Perhaps the Camelotians have a point. I just want to do my job the best I can. Come back.
2 more points of endurance. But I'd be happy to start pumping up endurance. There's a full Titan set somewhere. Who knows? But I'm gonna cut that here. I played enough for this episode. We've made a good chunk of progress. Killed a lot of stuff around here too. Like, oh my lord. So maybe the build might swap the two-handed. I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to having a one-hander and a two-hander on hand, just depending on the situation. I can risk the loss of a... Yep, and it looks really cool at the end of the day. We'll fiddle with that later. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like I put many points in the one-handed at all, so... This build is basically, there's no more magic involved. The spell blading just wasn't as fun. If it was more like Oblivion, where you could shoot a spell while you're still running, you know, sword and shield, I think I would have been happier, but it is what it is. I was really hoping we'd get something in the skill trees for two-handing that would let us one-hand two-handed weapons, but it seems like that's not going to be the case. So we'll see though. At the end of the day, melee's melee. So I am Sensei James X, Y, and Z. If you want to see voice acting and music, check out Sensei James X. If you want to see me eventually start doing, you know, video game essays or just video essays in general, check out Sensei James Z. Otherwise, feel free to stick around and look forward to the next upload. See you later. Bye.